to be honest in that it's day 21 and I really don't know what to talk about. Hello, welcome to day 21 of the Writer Diaries. My name is Tiana, which is with a J, and we are almost through the 30-day series I've been doing on my channel, where for 30 days I've just been talking about my writer struggles and successes while working on my mafia romance project. Honestly, I'm just running out of things to talk about. Doing this pretty much every single day has been really interesting, and considering most days are kind of the same in terms of writing, there's not any big changes. It just means that I don't sometimes know what to talk about because, I could just give you word count updates every single day, which probably isn't nearly as interesting or exciting. But speaking of word counts, I will be honest. So we're a little bit into August already. And in case anybody is feeling discouraged about how their writing is going, first of all, don't be. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. I am, still recording my word counts in my notebook. And I already have one day where I didn't write anything. And for the next 3 days, I wrote below my goal of 1,000 words a day. So I wrote 678, then 719, and 640. And it was finally yesterday where I wrote above my word count goal, and I wrote 1,168. So if anybody's struggling with meeting their word count goals, don't worry, we are all in this together. Part of it has been that I've been really busy. There was a big holiday on the weekend, so I was going to dinners and stuff. So it's important to still live a life outside of your writing, and any progress is still better than no progress. So I think I can still manage my 130,000 word goal by the end of September. Things are still manageable, therefore there's no need for concern. The only other thing I really kind of wanted to talk about, which is just how I've been feeling about my writing, and it's been that, I've really been enjoying my writing lately. Now that I've gotten into the habit where for 2 straight months, and a little bit more, I've been really, really consistent with it. So since May 31st, I think I only have 5 days where I didn't write a single word, which is pretty good, I would say. And I do have a few more days where I wrote below my word count goal, but I would say at least 80% of the time I've been meeting or exceeding the word count goals that I've set for myself, which again is really big progress for me as somebody who probably for like a year was just writing on and off. As I've been falling in love with my writing again, it's just been striking me at times how just wonderful it is. It's wonderful to just fall into that flow state where I'm writing and an hour goes by. In that time period, it's just me and my characters and my writing. I don't care what's going on. I don't feel the need to pick up my phone and check, do I have any notifications or missed messages? Everything else is just completely gone from my mind, and I'm in that state, which is so nice because I feel like I don't get that very often with many things in my life. Probably working out, honestly. When you're deep in the middle of a workout and you're just trying to suck oxygen into your lungs, you're not really thinking about anything else. It's really nice to get into that same state with writing because I feel no matter what else I'm doing, there's always some sort of stimulus. Like I'm washing dishes while I'm watching a podcast, or I'm showering and listening to music at the same time, or I'm constantly texting somebody, and it's just like, man, I feel like I'm always like plugged into something, but my attention's always divided. It's like I'm always trying to do one or two things. Getting into that flow state for writing has then, of course, been very enjoyable. But I was sitting at my desk the other day, and it just came over me how wonderful it is to just be able to write a book. And that, like, technically I've done it. I have written a book. it's done. It's not ready to be published. But I, at one point, decided in my life that, you know what, I'm just going to write a book, and then I did it. And it's great because there's no prerequisites to doing this. There's no signing up for school or courses, or you have to apply as, for a program to be able to do this. Like, if I want to do most things in my life, I have to go through some sort of process to do them, right? I want to get a job, I have to send in a resume, write a cover letter. If I want to go to school, I have to apply. If I want to, even when I joined my training group, I had to find the guy, I had to, talk to him. He's asking me how fit I am, because I do a very intense sort of training program. It's definitely not for beginners. So I'm having to, in a way, kind of like prove myself that, yeah, I am physically fit enough to do this. And whereas writing, you could freaking write on a napkin with a pen if you wanted to, or you buy a notebook, and like, it's just something, if you decide right this second you're gonna do it, you can do it. And the only person who can stop you is you at the end of the day. Even regardless of the critiques or negative comments or whatever else that maybe we in our head are going to use an excuse as to why we can't do it, there's actually nothing stopping us from doing this. I have literally spent hours and hours and hours upon hours, I don't even know how many at this point, sitting at my desk writing my book, to have my, you guys know what it looks like, my big chunky printed book sitting in front of me, and I've sent the prologue to a few people to read it that have been interested in it, and it's just like, holy, like, I did this. This is like a real thing that I did and I put into the world. And it's just, I feel dumb saying it, though really I shouldn't be. But it's like, I'm proud of the fact that I wrote this book. Like, it's a hard thing to admit, to be honest, but like, I wrote a freaking book. And it's something that I've wanted to do since I was, I don't know, at least a teenager, maybe even before that. But to do the thing that I said I wanted to do, and not to say like, oh, I've never done anything I said I was going to do. I have. But I think what the big difference, though, is with this book is that it's something like that I always wanted to do. It's not something that I had to do. I had to go to school, I had to go to university, I had to, I don't know, play piano when I was younger, though I did actually really enjoy piano too. But it was, writing's the one thing that nobody ever expected of me, and so it's a sort of freedom, I suppose, to be able to do something and then actually complete it, even though nobody expected it of you, nobody wanted it of you, and it came into the world solely because of your own desire for it to exist, and then also because of the hard work that you actually put to make it real. And so, to those of you that are writing a book or have written a book, whatever stage you're at, I'm proud of you, and I applaud you for the effort, because not many people, A, write a book in general, but B, not many people really just go out and are fully dedicated to what they want or what they want to do. Most people are just happy kind of being content, or there's a great quote, I wish I could remember who said it, but it's just like, we settle for the level of suffering that we're willing to tolerate. So some people aren't really living life, they're more just tolerating. And writing a book is part of what makes me feel like I'm alive, like I'm living my life, not just, I don't know, getting through the days and just tolerating it. It's one of those things that truly makes me feel like I'm doing something with myself. So something perhaps a little bit deeper than I intended to get into this topic, but if anybody relates to that, let me know. Have you ever felt in awe of yourself just with the sheer act of writing? Not maybe so much your writing, it's just the fact that you can do this. Like, you can just sit down and write a book. And I think that's amazing. I think that's wonderful. And I think if we could all do stuff like that make us feel this way, and do more of them, things would probably be a lot better. So wherever you are in your projects and your writing, keep going. I think it's worth it in the end. Thanks for watching today's Writer Diary, and if you like this video, you already know what to do, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!